YouTube, what it do, it's your boy out here, and today we're going to be going over pretty much everything that happened in the market today, why I made the trade I made, okay? And if you guys are new here to this channel, I don't lie. There's no point. I'm going to be 100% honest and tell you that trading is not for everyone, number one. Trading is extremely difficult, number two. You have to develop an edge, you have to develop risk management. There's a lot that goes into trading that I wish I knew when I first started. Obviously, you learn throughout years of doing it, months of doing it, repetition. The market moves in a certain way, and some days are just hard. Some days are crap. Some days are amazing. It goes back and forth, But I genuinely hope that this channel can encourage you to keep trying, and if you really feel called to this by God and you want to retire your family and have good motives going into it, man, you can change your whole family's life. And with God by your side, we can do anything, and I want you guys to understand that without God, I could not even be in the position I'm in right now. It's impossible, and I want to start off a quick Bible verse real quick for you guys. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. That's what motivates me every day. It's just knowing that, it's God's plan, not ours. Follow whatever he teaches you to do and just continue to do it and you'll see progress. That's where I'm at. So if you guys are new here, or say if you guys are new here, you've never seen me before, I trade the 15-minute orb. Okay, that's just what works for me. There's a lot of biases that go in between that. Okay, and there's a lot of rules that go in between that as well. But the main strategy that I trade is a 15-minute orb, okay? And it's pretty simple, honestly. It really is. It's not something that is crazy hard to learn. This right here, what you're looking at is Top Step X. It's a prop firm. I've talked about this. I have many videos on this channel. Previously, I took a little break. But about going over the strategy, pretty much everything you need to know as far as that goes, which you guys can go check that out. What prop firms are. Again, prop firms are the easiest and best way to go. It's what I recommend doing for everybody out here, okay? Don't go using your own money. Prop firms are the way to go. Do demo it first. That's besides the point, though. Let's just get into pretty much what today went. Again, you guys go check those videos out. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell while you're at it to help your boy out. But so basically what we're looking at, right, is the 9:30 candle, which is right here, okay? We're looking at a 15-minute, and as you guys can see, here's the high, and here's the low, okay? And now, obviously, I've got that off by a little inch here. So basically, what we're looking for, right, is the high of that 15-minute candle, which is this one big green stick you guys see. And we're looking at the low of that candle, okay? This is going to be our high and our low. Easy as that, right? So this is our 15-minute time frame. We then take the 15, we switch it to the 5, okay? From there, we're looking for a closure on either the lower low or the higher high, right? So we're just waiting for a candlestick closure. That's all we're waiting for. It's very easy and simple. And a lot of people look past this, and there's a lot that goes into it. So I'm going to just remember that. It's not just all strategy, I'm gonna hit buy right when it closes. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. It's edge, it's watching, waiting, being patient. You can't just go jump into this. And that's something I would have told you 5-6 months ago, that I struggled with, right? Was that. And I want to really update on my journey of what God's teaching me in hopes that it helps someone out here who really does want to help their family, man. And I'm not here to make millions of dollars from y'all. I'm not selling anything, none of that crap. I'm not. I'm here to show you. That's it. I want to do this with everyone out here, my brothers in Christ, my sisters in Christ. Let's do this. So basically what we're looking for, right, is that closure, okay? So as you guys can see, we had the closure right here. All right, that's where the candle stopped and another one formed, okay? And then we're looking at this candle. I was being patient live, this morning. I was being patient. I saw it was red. I don't take the trade. That's it. My momentum was bullish, green, right? Because obviously, we had a closure on the higher high, meaning we're potentially moving upwards. The bias of the day has continued to move upwards in that 5-minute candle, right? I've seen it do complete opposites. I've seen it go all the way from here, all the way down to the lower low again, and then head up or just continue downwards, right? We need to make dang well sure that, we're not going to be joining in right here and then immediately getting stomped out, That's why I tell you guys, wait 3 to 4 minutes into this second candle and see really what the market's telling you, right? I immediately saw that we're looking to head downwards because it was immediately turned red pretty much right this morning. It went red. I was looking right here, okay? At this point, I was talking to God. Again, God is my business partner. I cannot do this without him. I would not be able to make such good decisions or even make the right decisions for that matter. Again, I give all glory to him. I'm teaching you what he's taught me. But besides the point, we're going to go in here, right? And as you guys can see, we see this big red candle, actually big green candle, right? Right here, I'm thinking, okay, obviously the market is kind of telling us it wants to continue back upwards. Momentum was bullish since this morning. Daily was bullish. We had a little bit of red. Obviously, you're going to see that anyway, but most of it was bullish momentum. I loved it. I wanted to, my bias was green. My bias was buy, not sell, okay? So as you guys can see, we see this green candle, big green candle, okay? Went red again. At this point, I was waiting until it came basically right here to this high point, right? And as it passed the 921 range, which is about, where was it? Right here. I went in right about 921-ish, okay? So I went in for a buy. Did scare me a little bit. Actually, it might have been on this candle. I shouldn't lie to you guys. I think it was right here, actually. Yeah, sorry. It was this candle right here. I love the green candle, like I told you guys. I joined in right here. Immediately went down on me, right? So that's where I'm kind of iffy. I'm like, I don't really like the way it's moving. It was moving downwards again, but you got to remember that once you make your bias for the day, once you make your trade, that's it. You know what I mean? You either trust it, you trust God, you let it happen, and that's just how it goes. Ended up being bullish anyway. I think I went in with 2 micros on one account and I went in with 3 on my other account. Reason I told you guys this yesterday, right? We don't want to go in with these crazy, nasty trades. We don't, and you could sit there and try to be a millionaire one day, or you could do it the long way, do it God's way. I encouraged you guys yesterday, right? Is go build wealth throughout time. If we can make the like this one, I made $400 almost today, right? And the other one I made $500. Some other ones I don't remember what it was, but it's around those ranges, right? And the reason I tell you this is because we're looking for those small momentum gains throughout time. If you can make $400 to $600 to $700 a day, and you could do that majority of days, you're going to be in a profit. And then you take half of that profit every 2 weeks. You're going to be making more than a job's going to pay you. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't have to be these crazy, crazy numbers. Once your account's big enough to where you have $5,000 balance, maybe go from 2 micros to 4, or even to 3. I'm going to keep it at 3 even. And then when you're at 7,000 plus, that's when you go up. I've taken payouts on these. I don't risk it like that. That's just me personally. I've changed my approach to that. And I'm so thankful and glad that I did, right? Because that's the only way, again, for me to be fully profitable and to keep a profitable account, right? That's what I try to teach you guys is you don't have to go in with nasty account numbers. You don't have to go in there with one MNQ contract, because reality, if you went in right when I did, you would have blown your account. Or you would have lost your trade, plain and simple. You know what I mean? And again, some people have those crazy capitals where they can bring it all the way down here and they won't have to stress about it, right? Or, they can risk $4,000 and be okay. I don't do that personally. It's your hard-earned money. It's what you've worked hard to get. So like I'd recommend no more than, $600 stop loss. $700 stop loss. Don't do anything crazy. And then within those 2 or 3 micro ranges, you either had a bad trade that just went the opposite way on you and it sucks, or you're completely wrong, or you're completely right? And the market's gonna reward you for your hard work. That's what I tell you guys. We just want to be on the right side of the market. We don't want to get into this trade and say, oh crap, it stomps us out right away, even though we were right. That's what I tell you guys. You don't need to go 9 micros or 9 minis for some of y'all. Some people are going crazy with this stuff. We want to just go in slow, crazy, not crazy, right? I see all these traders online being like, I'm making $10,000 days trades every day. They're lying to you, or they've been doing it for so dang long that they are making that much, but like for starters and beginners, first couple of years, man, don't strive for that. If you can make $30,000, $40,000 a year off of this, you're in a good place. I want you guys to realize, right? There's people, if you've gotten one payout, man, you're 1% of traders. I just want more people to understand, like, don't dig into like everyone else's life. Don't listen to what they're telling you, because likelihood is they're lying to you. Okay. There's a lot of people who get stomped out and lied, about everything they're doing. And I want to be completely transparent and tell you, I've even changed my approach to trading because I want to actually make it long term. I want you guys to realize you can do this. Like right now, I had put this point right, basically set up. If you guys look at the daily here, right, where I knew that's where I had potential to have my take profit. I actually got myself out previously to that because I didn't like how it was moving down. I get scared myself and I don't hold them as long as I should have, and that's what I want you guys to realize. We mess up sometimes, right? If I had held it, I probably would have made $800 to $1,000 in each account, but it is what it is, right? That's the whole point. If we come out in a profit, we come out in a profit. That's all we need. We don't need nothing crazy. Would $1,000 be nice? Sure. But we can make that tomorrow. When a day where the market's going exactly where we want it to go, and it's looking great. The momentum's great. We're getting a massive bullish buy flow. it's different, you know? I didn't want to wait until 1 o'clock in the afternoon to have my trade hit take profit. I don't like sitting around all day watching, if that makes sense. But overall, this is what happened today, man. You know, and you can do the same thing. You know, I mean, you don't just trust in God, put faith in Him, trust in His understanding, not your own. Just go in with what you believe is right, what He's teaching you. You know, learn from experience, learn from your mistakes. You know, in a trade like this too, where if you go from like I was to a losing trade to a winning trade, obviously the winning trade was right in the first place, but I also was losing at first. When you're up $500 like I was, I moved my trade right from, you know, the $400, $500 stop loss, whatever I'm at, to break even. Because if it comes back down, you're not looking very good anyway. You know, like obviously the market's really not moving the way you want it to. And, you know, you can always get a better entry on the bottom side rather than like get completely stomped out trying to hold that trade, you know. But again, I try to only make 1 trade a day, 2 max. And that doesn't happen often, but 1 trade a day. And just, that's my message, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. I hope I can teach you something. You know, just open up your Bible. This is your real lessons right here. You know, He teaches you how to build success. He teaches you how to build a relationship. He teaches you how to have peace in your life, you know, and how to provide for your family. So I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.